At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to On Par with Amanda Uncensored. Today we are having Mr. Big John Quick with us. How are you, sir?
2 weeks in a row? Holy
2
cow.
weeks, like the fans can't get enough.
Hey, can I just say something before you continue on? I know we talked about it in the first part, but I just want to say Backswing Golf Events is really legit. You know, they are so sweet and they really care about the cause that they are representing, and what they do on the golf course is unmatched to any other company out there that tries to help fundraise for your event. I highly recommend you guys with Backswing Golf. I'm not saying that just because the owner's here with us. I'm saying that because we have experienced it over and over and over with events. And give them a call. They will raise more money than for your cause than what you would do without them.
I appreciate it. We definitely love being a part of all the events. Pivoting away from charitable contributions to embezzlement, we are going to swing and pivot the other way. Today, I want to talk about Billy Walters. So for the viewers and the listeners, if you can remember back in 2016, Billy Walters was indicted for, he was a big time sports gambler and one of the best bettors to give advice and all of this stuff. They had indicted him on insider trading, giving up information. So he was called for a 5-year sentence. He ended up serving from 2017 to 2020 up until the pandemic. He was released to be confined at home. And then later in 2021, when he was supposed to go back, he actually was released. So he wrote a book. The book has been released, and he is giving a huge unwanted shout out to Phil Mickelson. Now, how does Phil Mickelson get in the middle of another scandal? He says that all Phil had to do was publicly testify that no insider trading was given, and he believes in his heart he would have not been convicted and he would have not served jail time. Now, as he goes into detail, he says that there was only one guy testifying against him. So if Phil would have stepped forward, there would have been a 1-to-1 match on testifying. But the fact that Phil refused, even though Phil said, I know he's never given in, and he believed it, he didn't want to publicly testify for him. The guy that testified against Billy Walters, he, I guess, made this big long spiel about how all this insider trading went on and blah, blah, blah. But 2 years prior, there was an interview from the same guy saying, oh no, he's never embezzled. He's never given any money. He's never shared private information with any of us. And then 2 years later, when it's trial time, he got caught in all these lies, clearly, because he's now changing the entire story. So that is why Billy Walters blames going to prison on Phil and says, Phil could have prevented me from going, and he chose not to. Biggs, what do you think?
Well, let me just say this. All right. Phil is, and it's well documented, Phil loves to gamble. Okay. Now, I will say this too. Not this hasn't happened to me personally, but many times I get people say to me, "Hey, I've got this hot tip. You know, invest in this. I have this hot tip. Bet on this or whatever the case might be." Phil loves to win his bets on the golf course, on the side when he's playing, socially. And he loves to make money. Phil's the type of guy that he doesn't want to get involved in drama. And rightfully so.
Sure.
The way I'm gonna get called to the carpet on this, but screw it. That's what we're about, right? Your segment's about controversy. Okay. Here's the deal. A lot of times our society will miss and twist words and twist scenarios and look at our country right now. We have a Republican candidate that's being charged in Georgia on whatever he's being charged with, but however, the law says you can ask for signatures and ask to justify those signatures. Well, in this case, if Phil comes forward, trust me, everything he says will be construed. And then this society will want to bring him to court. This society will want to put him in jail. That's what we're living in right now.
Yeah.
All right. So Phil's like, I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the right thing to do in today's society. That is the right thing to do, because who knows what Walters did without Phil being around.
Right. And I think that's the biggest problem I'm having, is that people expect that because someone else has done something or whatever wrong, like outside of giving
it's somebody else's fault for something.
Yeah, right. So everybody's saying, but here's the thing, outside of giving insider information. So let's say Phil testifies and say, no, he never gave insider information. Let's say he does. This guy, Billy Walters, embezzled money from a battered women's charity. He filed a fraudulent tax return. He had given someone else insider trading. So at some point, like, you're caught on multiple accounts. Like, why do I need to step up and say, no, he personally never gave me insider trading, but he might have given it to 100 other people. So my biggest thing is that you don't know the relationship between Phil and Billy. They were not best friends hanging out every day. So why am I obligated to step up, like you said, and get in the middle of the drama and risk my reputation and everything? And everyone knows Phil is a gambler. So I don't think it's a good look. And to be honest,
trust me, he goes testifies and they will go over that side of his life with a fine-tooth comb.
100%. Because now, yeah, you're bringing Phil into the mix. And to be honest, I probably would do the same. If I'm in Phil's shoes, I would be like, hey, nah, like, I'm really sorry I can't help you. But even if he helped and he said no.
Take the whole insider information out. What about the embezzlement? What about you stealing from a charitable cause?
The fact that you file a fraudulent tax return is enough to put you away for way more than 5 years. The fact that he only got 5 years blows my mind. So I just think that and so his comment in the book says he was the only person who testified against me, meaning the other guy. He said, so if Phil had come forward and testified that whoever gave him insider information to answer your question, he said, no, I don't think I would have been convicted.
BS. I call BS.
I think that's so...
Fine, take that out. Like, all right. Sorry, you're going to Club Med because Guess what? You filed a false tax return.
Yeah.
That
I
alone and embezzlement out of that woman's charity. Come on, those 2 right there. You
Yeah, those
yeah,
2 alone are enough.
if I'm the DA, all right, let's drop the frickin',
Yeah.
um, insider information. The 2
Yeah.
other charges, we have strong enough evidence for that.
You
And,
have
and
way
here's
more
the thing,
proof.
trust me, Phil Mickelson sought legal counsel to figure out whether he wanted to get involved or not.
100%. I'm sure he had people in his corner saying, "Phil, don't tempt the water. Like,
No,
just
because
let
then
it
you're gonna be
be."
investigated and all that.
Yeah, and I just think that you can't expect everyone to jump to your mercy and like jump to help you just because. And I get it. You put yourself, Billy, in a really terrible spot, but you put yourself there. No one held a gun
And
to your
trust me,
head.
Phil, if Phil gets a tip or Phil gets information, he's a very gullible guy. He's a very caring guy. He loves to make money, like I said. But if he received any kind of information that was unaware that it was insider information.
Yeah. I just think that just the fact that he is pinning it that he would have not gone to prison, I just think that is a load of crap. So,
And I don't know if Phil's gonna file a slander suit, but then again, if you take yourself out of the drama, you take yourself completely out of the
yeah,
drama.
don't put yourself back in the
Right.
drama.
Yeah.
And this was, years ago, but the book is called Gambler: Secrets of a Life at Risk. I actually want to read it. I want to see kind of more of where he's, throwing all this from. But I'd love to get a comment back from Phil and see where he stands. So we'll keep you updated with that. Biggs, always a pleasure to have you. Thank you. For those of you at home, make sure you write in, tune in. We love hearing from you. And if you have any stories, we want to hear them. Until next time, keep swinging for par.